This is an amazing video. The Prime Minister of Barbados gave a speech at the UN and just absolutely torched greedy, rich nations. Take a look.
If I use the speech prepared for me to deliver today, it would be a repetition of what you have heard from others and also from me. Equally, how many more times will we then have a situation where we say the same thing over and over and over to come to naught? My friends, we cannot do that anymore. How many more variants of COVID-19 must arrive? How many more before a worldwide action plan for vaccinations will be implemented? How many more deaths must it take before 1.7 billion excess vaccines in the possession of the advanced countries of the world will be shared with those who have simply no access to vaccines? In the words of Robert Nesta Marley, who will get up and stand up? Who will get up and stand up for the rights of our people? Who will stand up in the name of all those who have died during this awful pandemic? The millions. Who will stand up in the name of all those who have died because of the climate crisis? Or who will stand up for the small island developing states who need 1.5 degrees to survive as we go to COP26? It is not beyond us to solve this problem. If we can find the will to send people to the moon and solve male baldness, as I've said over and over, we can solve simple problems like letting our people eat.
Damn. So her name is Mia Mottley. I like that speech. I like it a lot. And, the more crass example she could have given is, we have boner pills, but not everybody has food to eat. Not everybody has a roof over their head. That seems a little ridiculous, doesn't it? We can send somebody to the moon, but we can't effectively address climate change. And the reason why we haven't addressed climate change in any serious way is what? The influence of big money and corporations and the fossil fuel industry in this instance. She's right. She's totally correct. The other thing is, on vaccines, nobody should forget what's going on with vaccines. Nobody. We have the ability to create enough vaccines for the entire world population. All you would have to do is lift the patent protections that Big Pharma have. So in other words, nobody else is allowed to make generic versions of the vaccine because that would be infringing on intellectual property rights. And there was a time where Biden was like, yeah, I want to lift them. Well, guess what? Apparently, all the G7 nations or whatever would have to agree to that. And then you had Angela Merkel was like, no, I'm against that. And so what's happening as a result of that? People are dying. Hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people are dying from COVID when we could have just lifted the intellectual property rights and allowed all the different facilities that can make vaccines to make vaccines. And then you'd have way more people vaccinated and you would save so many lives. It's literally a very clear instance of corporate greed leading to the deaths of hundreds of thousands, if not millions. Nobody should forget that. Nobody. And you could even argue when Biden was like, yeah, let's lift the patent protections. He was being performative because he knew that then somebody else, some other Western world leader would have to be the bad guy. So he'd be playing the baby face and they'd be playing the heel. It's disgusting, man. I don't know how these people sleep at night. Every single facility that can make the vaccine should be making the vaccine, and they should have the full assistance of Pfizer and the big pharmaceutical companies. But no, that's not what we're doing. Instead, we're doing a scam. You know what the scam is? Bill Gates scam. Oh, we're going to do it as a matter of charity. We're going to donate to the developing world. And they only hit 10% of the number that they need to hit? It's a sick joke, man. It's a sick joke. Prime Minister Mottley, that was a phenomenal speech. And if only we listened to her. Hey y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.